Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're really plunging in deep. We're going beyond just the surface of mobile tech. We're looking at Google's vision for the Pixel 10 series. And let me tell you, it's about redefining what your smartphone can actually do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not just a tool anymore, is it? The idea is becomes this, well, intelligent companion.
Yeah, almost like an extension of your brain, which sounds a bit sci-fi, but that's the direction.
Right. We hear AI and next gen all the time. But this deep dive, it really unpacks what that actually means in your hand day to day. It's a fundamental shift, really, how we interact with these devices, moving past just tapping icons to something more
Right.
proactive.
Exactly. Our sources are all pointing to this core idea from Google. Ask more of your phone. And it seems like they're serious about delivering on that. They're embedding AI so deeply, so seamlessly. It really does feel like they want to turn the phone into this extended brain that works for you. So our mission today, we're going to sift through all the details, pull out the most important nuggets, the really surprising facts, and help you, our listener, understand how this new generation of Pixel phones is really set to redefine your digital life.
Definitely. We'll be looking closely at the hardware, specifically Google's custom chip that powers all this proactive AI, and critically, what that means for your privacy and security, which, let's face it, is huge these days.
Crucial.
Then we'll take a good look at the entire Pixel 10 lineup, from the standard Pixel 10, which looks really accessible, all the way up to the Pixel Pen Pro Fold, which is just, wow, a different beast altogether.
Yeah.
So you'll walk away understanding not just the specs, the numbers, but the why these changes matter, and who each phone is really built for.
The AI revolution at the heart of Pixel 10.
Okay, let's dive into that core philosophy then. It really feels like Google isn't just, tweaking last year's model. They're trying to reshape the whole mobile experience, making the phone anticipate what you need, maybe even before you do.
That's precisely it. And what's fascinating is how they frame it. It's not just a phone, right? It's a reflection of your digital life. Like you said, a proactive extension of your mind working for you.
That ask more of your phone line, it's more than just marketing talk, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's like a manifesto. It sets a new bar for expectations. Your phone shouldn't just sit there waiting for you to tell it what to do. It should be, actively engaging with your context, your day, to actually help anticipate things.
Like what sort of things?
Well, imagine instead of just a calendar reminder, your phone sees the appointment, checks traffic, and maybe suggests you leave 10 minutes early without you asking.
Okay, yeah. That moves beyond simple reminders.
Exactly. It's transforming it from a passive tool to an active, intelligent partner. That's the big idea.
So driving all this, making this extended brain actually work, there has to be some serious horsepower under the hood. What's the engine here?
Yeah, you got it. The heart of it all is the Google Tensor G5 chip. And crucially, it's custom designed. Not an off-the-shelf part. It's the foundation, the architecture for all these AI smarts. Google worked with TSMC on it using that advanced 3-nanometer process.
3 nanometer, okay. That's cutting edge.
It is. And it's more than just transistors. It's the architecture that enables the intelligence across the whole line. And the numbers back it up. They're claiming, a 34% faster CPU compared to the last gen? So everything feels snappier.
Right. Apps load faster, multitasking is smoother.
But here's the really key stat. A 60% more powerful tensor processing unit.
The TPU.
The TPU, right. That's Google's AI chip. 60% is a massive jump.
Huge. And it's clearly a strategic choice. They're doubling down on enabling complex AI tasks to run locally right on the device itself.
Okay, let's unpack that. Why is running AI locally such a big deal compared to, say, relying on the cloud? Several big reasons. First, latency. Things happen much faster when the processing is right there. No round trip to a server.
Instantaneous responses, basically.
Pretty much. Second, and this is important, less dependence on the cloud. Your phone stays smart even if you're offline. Think flights, remote areas, saving data.
Right. So photo editing, real-time translation, that stuff still works without a connection.
Exactly. Complex stuff runs smoothly right there. It makes the whole experience faster, but also more reliable. It's a real game changer.
So Tensor G5 is the powerhouse. What's the most advanced AI model it can actually handle on device? That sounds like the next big step.
It really is. The G5 is the first chip capable of running Google's Gemini Nano model directly on the phone.
Gemini Nano, that's their efficient model for on-device tasks, right?
Exactly. Optimized for it. And again, no internet required. This isn't just about speed. It's a fundamental shift. Think about composing complex emails, summarizing articles, getting photo suggestions, all while you're completely offline.
Wow. And that must have big implications for privacy, too.
Massive.
Yeah.
If the queries and the data are processed locally on your device, that sensitive information never leaves your phone.
It never goes to Google servers.
Correct. That creates a really personal, really secure AI environment. You get peace of mind knowing your private stuff stays private. It makes the phone feel less like just a tool and more like a trusted, assistant.
That's a powerful combination.
Yeah.
Capability and privacy. Now, beyond the immediate tech, Google seems to be talking a lot about longevity and security, too.
Yeah, and that's crucial. It's not just about the launch buzz. They're investing in the user's peace of mind for the long haul. Security is multi-layered. It starts with the hardware. There's a dedicated security core in the Tensor G5 itself.
Okay.
And that works hand in hand with the Titan M2 security chip. It's like a fortress designed to be highly resistant to attacks.
So hardware-level protection, and then the software updates.
This is the big one. They're committing to 7 years of software and security updates for the entire Pixel 10 line.
7 years.
Okay.
That's way more than almost anyone else, isn't it?
It absolutely is. Most offer, 3, maybe 5 years if you're lucky. 7 years means your phone stays secure against new threats for almost a decade. And you keep getting the latest Android features, performance tweaks, all of that. It's a huge statement about long-term value and fighting obsolescence.
Definitely builds trust. You know your investment is protected for a long time.
AI-powered features, redefining everyday interaction.
Okay, so we have this incredibly powerful, secure foundation with Tensor G5 and Gemini Nano running locally. How does that actually translate into features you'll use every day?
Right, this is where the rubber meets the road. These aren't just theoretical improvements, they enable genuinely new interactions. These proactive functions build directly on that on-device power. A prime example is Magic Queue.
Magic Queue sounds intriguing. What does it do?
It's basically that anticipatory assistant we were talking about. It analyzes context across your different apps, calendar, messages, email, you name it. And its goal is to proactively offer useful info or actions right when you need them, without you having to dig for them.
Okay, give me an example. How would I see Magic Queue working?
All right, imagine a friend texts you an address for dinner next week. Magic Queue understands that's an event, a location. So right there in the message thread, it might pop up a suggestion. Maybe a button to get directions, or another to add it straight to your calendar.
Ah, okay. So one tap, and it's done. No need to copy the address, open Maps, paste it in.
Exactly. It removes those little points of friction. Or maybe you get an email about a flight delay. Magic Queue could proactively show you alternative flights or suggest notifying your ride.
That actually sounds incredibly useful, streamlining those everyday tasks.
That's the whole idea, making the phone feel less like a list of apps and more like a helpful co-pilot.
Okay, that's practical. But this next one, this sounds like pure science fiction. Real-time translation during phone calls. How is that even possible now?
Yeah, this one is genuinely mind-blowing. Real-time call translation. It's like a superpower for communication. The core idea is simple. Translate a conversation instantly while you're on a call. 2 people, different languages, talking seamlessly.
Okay, other apps do translation, but during a live call. And what makes this different?
The way it does it. This is the killer feature. Unlike some systems that use a generic robotic voice for the translation, the Pixel 10 aims to imitate the natural voice of the person speaking, their tone, their cadence.
Wait, seriously, so if I'm speaking English to someone who speaks Spanish, they hear my words translated into Spanish, but it sounds like my voice.
That's the goal, yes. They hear the translation delivered with your vocal characteristics, your intonation. It preserves that human element.
Wow. That's huge for making translated calls feel less awkward and more natural.
It completely changes the dynamic. It maintains authenticity, that human connection. Think about talking to family overseas or international business calls. It just removes that barrier in a much more personal way.
Truly breaking down language barriers.
Yeah.
Incredible. Now, something else very relevant today. Deep fakes, misinformation. How is Google addressing trust in digital content?
Yeah, that's a critical issue. How do you know if what you're seeing online is real or manipulated? Google's tackling this head-on with C2PA content credentials built into the Pixel 10.
C2PA. What's that stand for?
Coalition for Content Provenance and Authenticity. It's an industry standard,
Yeah.
and Google's integrating it deeply. Essentially, it embeds verifiable metadata directly into images captured on the phone, like a digital birth certificate.
Okay, so what kind of information is in that metadata?
It securely records things like when and where the photo was taken, the device used, and crucially, a history of any edits made to it. This works using the Tensor G5 and the Titan M2 security chip together, making that metadata secure and very hard to tamper with.
So it creates a sort of irrefutable record.
That's exactly the term they use, an irrefutable record of the image's origin and journey. So if you see a news photo, or even just a shared image, you could potentially check its credentials, see if it's original, if it's been cropped, color adjusted, or more significantly altered.
That puts a lot more power in the user's hands to verify things.
Absolutely. It's a tool to help combat misinformation and build more trust in the digital images we see every day. A really important step, I think.
The Pixel 10 product line, a model for every vision of technology.
All right, so we've got the brains, the Tensor G5, the on-device AI, the security. Now let's look at the bodies. How does this tech actually take shape in the phones themselves? Google's rolling out a full lineup, right? Each aimed at a different kind of user. Let's start with the Pixel 10. They're calling it the gateway to the premium experience.
Yeah, that seems spot on. This one feels like it's about bringing those core innovations, the AI, the security, a great camera, to more people. Without that top-tier price tag, it's for someone who values efficiency, solid features, and a manageable size. And the big news here, for the first time ever, the standard Pixel model gets a triple rear camera system.
Wow, okay. That is big. Usually you had to go pro for a telephoto lens.
Exactly. It removes a major reason to upgrade for many people just wanting versatile photos.
So what are the specs on that triple camera?
Pretty impressive for a base model. You get a 48-megapixel main sensor with quad phase detection autofocus, that's quad PD, super fast focusing. Then a 13-megapixel quad PD ultra-wide and a brand new 10.8-megapixel dual PD telephoto.
Telephoto on the standard. What kind of zoom?
It offers 5x optical zoom using the actual lens, no quality loss, and then up to 20x super res zoom, which is their AI-boosted digital zoom. It's a really capable setup.
Nice. What about the display and charging?
The display is a 6.3-inch Actua display. And get this, up to 3,000 nits peak brightness.
3,000 nits. That's incredibly bright. Good for outdoors.
Definitely. Should cut through direct sunlight easily. And for charging, they're introducing Pixel Snap.
Pixel Snap? Like MagSafe?
Kinda, yeah. It's their take on magnetic wireless charging using the new Q2 standard, so it snaps on efficiently. Supports a 30W wired charging and 15W wireless via Q2.
And performance. Still Tensor G5.
Yep, Tensor G5 inside, paired with 12 gigabytes of RAM. Plenty of power for smooth daily use, multitasking, all that. And they've got some nice colors too. Indigo, frost, lemongrass, and obsidian. Feels like a very complete package for that gateway position.
Okay, moving up. The Pixel 10 Pro. The tagline is perfection in every detail. Sounds like this is for the serious users, the creators, the tech heads.
Nailed it. This is the gold standard in the traditional bar phone format. Same compact 6.3-inch size as the standard, which is interesting.
Oh, really? Same size?
Yeah, but they pack in significant upgrades under the hood to justify that Pro name and the price jump.
Like what kind of upgrades?
RAM gets bumped to 16 gigabyte. That extra 4 gigabyte helps with really heavy multitasking, video editing, demanding apps. It also gets new, faster storage.
UFS 4.0?
UFS 4.0, that's the latest standard, right? Super fast. What's zoned, right? UFS 4.0 is much faster for reads and writes. Zoned likely means Google's optimized it further for how the OS handles data, making things like continuous video recording or large file transfers even smoother. Plus, you get Wi-Fi 7 support for faster, more reliable wireless networking.
Okay, specs bump. But the Pro models are usually about the camera. How does it step up there?
Oh yeah, this is where Google really flexes. It's got a 50-megapixel Octa-PD main sensor.
Octa-PD, more focusing points than Quad PD.
Exactly. Even more points across the sensor for ridiculously fast and accurate focus, especially in tricky light or with moving subjects. A pro photographer would love that. Then there's a 48-megapixel Quad PD ultra-wide that also does macro shots, really detailed close-ups, and a 48-megapixel Quad PD telephoto, still 5x optical, but likely with better quality and processing.
And the zoom, is it still 20x?
Nope. This is where the Pro shines. AI-powered ProRes zoom up to 100x.
100 times zoom.
It's a combination of the optics, that powerful sensor, and serious computational photography, thanks to the Tensor G5's new image signal processor, the ISP. It's crunching huge amounts of data. Even the front camera gets a big upgrade. 42 megapixels, dual PD with autofocus, super sharp selfies and video calls.
And you mentioned new AI photo features, too.
Yeah, some really smart ones. Camera Coach uses Gemini AI to give you real-time tips on composition, lighting, angles.
Like having a photo tutor in your pocket?
Kinda, yeah. Then AutoBest Take for group shots. It combines frames so everyone looks good, no closed eyes or weird faces.
Lifesaver.
Totally. And AddMe lets the photographer digitally insert themselves into the photo later. No timer needed.
Clever. And the display on the Pro. Better than the standard.
Yep, still 6.3-inch, but it's a super actual LTPO display. Higher resolution, even brighter at 3300 nits peak. And that LTPO tech means the refresh rate can dynamically go from 1 Hz all the way up to 120 Hz.
So super smooth when scrolling, but saves battery on static screens.
Precisely. Fluidity and efficiency. It really is about sweating every detail on the Pro.
Okay, then there's the big one. The Pixel 10 Pro XL. The name says it all. This is for people who want the biggest and best, right?
This is the Monarch, yeah. Power and immersion. The story is simple. Take everything great about the Pixel 10 Pro, the cameras, the processor, the AI, and put it on a bigger stage. The choice between Pro and Pro XL is less about core features, more about your preference for screen size and battery life.
So how big is the screen on the XL?
It's a majestic 6.8-inch super actual display. Same LTPO tech, same crazy brightness as the Pro, just more of it. Perfect for watching videos, gaming, serious multitasking. It's a portable entertainment hub.
And presumably a bigger phone means a bigger battery.
Oh yeah, it packs a massive 5,200 mAh battery. Google's promising over 30 hours on a charge, maybe up to 100 hours in extreme battery saver mode.
That's serious endurance. Should easily get through even heavy days.
That's the goal. Freedom from battery anxiety. And it charges faster too. 45W Wade wired, 25W key tie wireless.
Faster charging on the XL only.
Yeah. Seems like a perk for the power user who picks the biggest model. The Pro XL is clearly for that person who lives on their phone, consumes tons of media, and needs it to last all day and then some.
Makes sense. And finally, the most radical one, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, challenging the whole idea of what a phone looks like.
Absolutely. This is Google pushing the boundaries. They're positioning it as a canvas for creativity and productivity, a device that adapts to you. And they're tackling the elephant in the room with foldables head-on. Durability.
Right, people worry about hinges breaking, screens getting damaged.
Exactly. So they're calling it the most durable Google Foldable. It has a new gearless hinge, supposedly twice as resistant. And here's the kicker. It's the first foldable phone to get an IP68 rating for water and dust resistance.
IP68 on a foldable, that's huge. Dust and water are usually the enemy.
It's a massive step for peace of mind. It means it's dust tight and can handle being submerged in water. That's unprecedented for this form factor.
So it might be a bit thicker or heavier than some competitors.
It probably is, yeah. But Google seems to be framing that as a result of its robust build and also a bigger battery. It has a 5,015 mAh battery, an 8% bump from the last gen.
Okay, so durability is key. What about the screens and the folding experience?
It's like having two devices in one. You've got a very usable 6.4-inch screen on the outside for phone tasks. And you unfold it and boom, an 8-inch interior screen. That's the largest foldable display on the market right now.
8 inches? That's basically a small tablet.
Pretty much. And Google's building software to take advantage of it, things like Instant View to quickly check a photo you just took, and enhanced split screen for serious multitasking resizing apps, dragging and dropping files between them easily.
Making that big screen actually useful for productivity.
Exactly. And it's optimized for media, too. Streaming, gaming. That big inner screen should be fantastic for that. It's for the user who wants to explore new ways of working and playing, the ultimate multitasker.
The comparative lens making an informed decision.
Okay, we've gone through each model in detail, but sometimes seeing them lined up helps really nail down the differences. Let's try and put it all side by side for you, the listener.
Good idea. It really comes down to matching the phone's specific strengths to your needs. And budget, of course. Let's recap the prices. Pixel 10 at $799, Pixel 10 Pro at $999, Pixel 10 Pro XL at $11,199, and the Pixel 10 Pro Fold way up at $799.
Quite a range there. Yeah. Now, displays, that seems like a major differentiator.
Absolutely. Size-wise, 6.3 inches for the 10 and 10 Pro, 6.8 for the Pro XL, and the Fold has that 6.4-inch outer and 8-inch inner screen. Tech-wise, the 10 has a great actual OLED. The Pro and XL step up to super actual LTPO OLEDs, better color, higher resolution, and that adaptive refresh rate. The Fold mixes technologies across its two screens.
And brightness. All pretty bright, but the Pros are brightest.
Exactly. 3,000 nits for the 10 and Fold, which is excellent, but 3,300 nits for the Pro and XL, which is class-leading, refresh rates, 60, 120 hertz on the 10 and Fold outer. But that super efficient 120 hertz LTPO on the Pro and XL is a key benefit for battery and smoothness. The Fold's inner screen is 120 hertz too.
Okay, performance.
Right.
All have the Tensor G5 chip, which is great baseline consistency.
Right. The main difference is RAM, 12 gigabits on the Pixel 10, a jump to 16 gigabits on the Pro, XL, and Fold. That extra RAM matters for heavy users and future-proofing.
And storage speed. UFS 4.0 for the Pro models and Fold.
Yep. UFS 3.1 on the standard 10, still fast, but that faster zoned UFS 4.0 on the Pro and XL and UFS 4.0 on the Fold means apps load faster, files transfer quicker. It adds to that Pro feel. Starting storage is 128 GB for 10 Pro, 256 GB for XL Fold.
Cameras. This is maybe the biggest difference besides form factor.
Yeah, for sure. Pixel 10 gets that great new triple setup, 48MP main, 13MP ultra-wide, 10.8MP 5x telephoto. Pro and XL share the best system. 50MP Octa PD main, 48MP ultra-wide macro, 48MP 5x telephoto, just top-tier hardware. The Fold has a slightly different mix, 48MP main, 10.5MP ultra-wide, 10.8MP telephoto. Still very capable.
And the crazy zoom is only on the Pro and XL.
Right, 20x super res zoom on the 10 and Fold, but that incredible 100x ProRes zoom is exclusive to the Pro and Pro XL.
Front cameras differ too.
Yeah, 10.5MP on the 10, a big jump to 42MP with autofocus on the Pro and XL, and 10.8MP on the Fold screens.
Battery and charging. XL leads the pack.
Definitely. Largest battery capacity at 5,200 milliHA. The others are clustered around 4,870 to 5,015 milliHA, which is still very solid. And the XL gets the fastest charging, 45W wired, 25W wireless. The others get 30W wired, 15W wireless.
Durability IP68 across the board is impressive, especially for the Fold.
It really is. Shows a commitment to build quality on all models. Dimensions and weight vary as expected. 10 and Pro are compact, XL is larger, Fold is unique and the heaviest, reflecting its complex build.
So tying it back to those user profiles.
Pixel 10, $799. The Intelligent Optimizer gets you the core AI, great cameras, solid performance, great value. Pixel 10 Pro, $999. The demanding photographer or tech enthusiast, best camera system, faster storage, more RAM, better display, all in that compact size. Pixel 10 Pro XL, $11,199. The content consumer and power user, biggest screen, biggest battery, fastest charging, pure immersion and endurance. Pixel 10 Pro Fold, $1,799. The visionary and multitasker, unmatched versatility with dual screens, groundbreaking durability for a foldable for those who want to push mobile boundaries.
That really lays it out clearly, a distinct choice for different priorities. Outro, wow, what an incredible deep dive that was into the Google Pixel 10 series. It's just so clear, isn't it? These aren't just small yearly updates.
Not at all.
This feels like a significant leap, a real shift in what personal technology can be.
Absolutely. Connecting it all, that whole lineup, you know, from the really accessible Pixel 10 right up to that boundary-pushing Pro Fold. It's a statement from Google, a statement about where they see the future going. Putting serious, useful AI power right into your hands. Not as a gimmick, but as something genuinely helpful.
And all driven by that impressive Tensor G5 chip. Plus, that 7-year update promise. That's huge for trust and longevity. Combine that with the focus on truly next-level photography, real-world productivity features. These phones feel designed to actually solve problems.
It's more than just specs. It's a cohesive ecosystem aiming to be smarter or more intuitive, ultimately just more useful, like that extended brain idea we talked about.
Yeah, anticipating your needs.
Which raises a really interesting question, I think, for you, our listener. As AI gets woven this deeply into our everyday devices, moving beyond just apps to become this learning, anticipating, extended brain, what new possibilities does that actually unlock for your life? How might this change the way you work or create or connect or just manage your day, knowing your device is evolving right alongside you?
Something profound to definitely think about as you consider what you want to ask more of your phone in this new era.
Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive. We really hope it's given you a shortcut to understanding what's next in mobile computing, where true intelligence is quite literally right at your fingertips.